Joe Glass has a YouTube channel, so check it out. Give him a sub. You may enjoy his content. He's got the comic book called The Pride, so if you're LGBT, maybe it is your cup of tea. He is, he said in one of his comment section, he probably has since deleted it, he's talking about CG is, made hateful. He was talking about EVS, I think. It's made hateful, homophobic attacks and told me to off myself and all this kind of stuff. And, buddy, Joe, most of those people are just joking. Welcome to the internet. Welcome to the internet. Most people don't literally want you to hurt yourself. We're just joking. It's the internet. When people tell you to off yourself bundle of sticks, I get told that fairly often. It's social media, man. It doesn't mean anything. Relax a little bit. You can talk to people that you don't agree with. Hey, why don't you come on some CG streams? I could never talk to those people. Homophobic people who make hateful Dude, get over yourself. Weren't you ever a kid? Didn't you ever just talk to people normally? Didn't you ever say something was, I got words I can't even say on YouTube, was developmentally disabled bundles of stickery? Haven't you ever used those terms? It doesn't mean what you think it means. People speak just normal. Anyway, go check out Joe Glass. If invite him on some CG streams. You can talk to people, Joe. People are trolls on the internet. You can ignore the trolls. Anyway, so this is good luck. This is going to be tough to get through because it's interspersed. I love this. I love John Trent so much. It's interspersed with these images. It just is so. The juxtaposition of these light, playful, humorous images with the horrible, horrible genocidal comments that PBS, be careful here, Bianca, be careful. Michael, don't say it. Beller, don't say it. Advocating, oh, sweet Jesus. I feel like Eric Cartman just trying to not say things. We're putting children in camp. Sweet Jesus. Project Veritas is, that is the way of the future. That is the way of the world. He wants to put kids in re-education camps and advocates throwing Molotov cocktails at the White House. Beller. Michael Beller for PBS, Principal Counsel. Beller stating, even if Biden wins, we go for all the Republican voters, and Homeland Security will take their children away and will put them into re-education camps. The video then cuts to another clip of Beller stating, in these times, which are unique, I mean, Trump is close to the Austrian corporal from the 30s. Da, 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 da. Everything relates to World War II for these people. Everything. It's literally, it's just a war, dude. The Japanese were the bad guys. The next clip sees Beller responding to a question about if Joe Biden does not win the election. He states, go to the White House and throw Molotov cocktails. Beller is also heard saying on the video, kids who are growing up knowing nothing but Trump for 4 years, you've got to wonder what they're going to be like. They'll be raising a generation of intolerant, horrible people. Horrible kids. Children. SJWs, these people are the worst people on earth. And I'm not advocating for violence when I say we should trebuchet them to one of the moons of Jupiter. Admittedly, a trebuchet is probably not going to reach escape velocity, but a electromagnetic train, railgun type train system. If you had a long enough train, you could get it on a slight incline, and you could get it to 11 kilometers per second, and just kind of send them to Callisto. He went on talking about enlightenment camps. Oh, dear Lord, give me a restraint. Happy camps, dare I say? Probably where they can focus on the errors of their ways, where they can concentrate. They're nice. They have Sesame Street characters in the classroom, and they watch PBS all day. Oh, God. Beller would go on to be heard insulting millions of Americans, describing them as dumb as stupid. He states, Americans are so effing dumb. Most people are dumb. I guess there's a bell curve, and I mean, there's people to the left and the right of bell curve. You're not as far to the right on that bell curve as you think you are. I guess that's called Dunning-Kruger. Beller went on to say, it's good to live in a place where people are educated and know stuff. Can you imagine if you live in one of these other towns or states where everybody is just stupid? Are you talking about black people and Mexican people? Did you just call them? No. I just meant white people. Oh, okay, that's okay then. That's fine. Project Veritas also recorded Beller discussing the Wooflu, 1984. What's great is that it's spiking in all the red states right now, so that's great. When asked why he thinks it's great, he says because either those people won't come out to vote for Trump, you know, the red states, or a lot of them are sick and dying. The juxtaposition of that character, I don't know what it's called. I think it's called Elmo. With this sociopath, legit, the people on the left, these are the same mindset of the Bolsheviks in 1918, who were behind the Ukrainian slaughter. Holodomor? It's anyway, the slaughter in Ukraine caused by these people, the slaughter in Russia caused by these people, the Bolsheviks. Maybe it was 1918. It's funny. I was reading this book about the takeover, and it's like they took the Russians took over, and they thought, oh, we're going to be communist. It's going to be so great, and almost immediately, it started to shift to men in power, started consolidating power, and like the people who brought them into power were slowly pushed out, and then their families were put in gulags, and then they were put in gulags, and then they were never heard from again. And so you had this consolidation of power where you had this group of men, and as Stalin seized power, the other men just slowly disappeared and their families disappeared. And, if the communists, if AOC and Ilhan Omar and all those other people ever really get in power, which is probably a decade away, all the people on the left who helped them out, it's the same thing's going to happen to them. They're just going to, the right will be punished, put in gulags. But the useful idiots, the people who know that you have feet of clay, you've got to get rid of them. You can't have people who know you're mortal around you. They've got to go. Anyway, following the release of the video, PBS published a response to Project Veritas. And if you look up Project Veritas on YouTube and you start typing in project, nothing comes up. Nothing comes up. Nothing comes up. You've really got to type in a lot of the characters to have a hit search result. And really, as soon as you typed in project, it should have come up. But YouTube is hiding it because YouTube does that kind of stuff. This employee no longer works for PBS. As a mid-level staff attorney, said he was a principal attorney. He did not speak on behalf of our org, nor did he make any editorial decisions. Yeah, but you have guys like this Beller who run the media. They set the narrative. They control the narrative. You know you have a problem. You don't care because you support this kind of talk. We have a problem in America. Solution needed, right? Right, Beller? Solution? There's no place for hateful rhetoric. PBS is nothing but hateful rhetoric. It's controlled by literal sociopaths. People who, that's not hyperbolic. If you gave them some kind of, Rorschach test, it would be like Trump derangement syndrome. White people are Nazis. Just insane mental illness. Conclusion they wrote, we strongly condemn violence. No, you don't. Here's the thing. When you get caught out, they condemn violence. In a few years, they're going to be openly advocating for it. We're headed for a dark winter. Yeah, oh God, yes. Buy Liberty devices and freedom, buy fishing rods and bait, Liberty devices, and freedom pellets in 115 grain. Form local militias. That's your First Amendment right, to form armed militias. That is literally in the First Amendment. Use those First Amendment rights while you have them. First and Second Amendment, sorry. Because you're not going to have them for long. Once they take rights away, you don't get them back, right? George Bush. Oh, he's a Republican. No, he's not. Well, Republican, yeah, he might be a Republican, might be a GOP, but he's not a conservative. He's not a nationalist. George Bush was just a globalist. Sign that Patriot Act. Diversity is our strength. It's just, it's going to be, I guess, kind of a relief when I get kicked off YouTube. I'm just waiting for that email that says your account has been permanently suspended. Because then I'll stick to Bitchute and Dlive, and it will just be, the filters will come off. And I think, actually, for channels like this and a bunch of other people who are doing this similar stuff, a Biden-Kamala administration is going to be very good for us, because now we're the resistance, we're the underdogs. Talk radio in the 90s, when what's-his-face was in office, Clinton, George Clinton, the first Clinton was in office from, 92 to 2000. Talk radio was on fire because the right controlled talk radio, and they were the underdogs. And you had Rush Limbaugh and all these other guys. Michael Savage, whose real name I think is Michael Weiner. No wonder he changed that name from Weiner to Savage. They controlled talk radio, and it was great. And once you've got the right back in power, it's like, there's no point in listening to it. So there's going to be a lot of channels, not on YouTube, because channels on YouTube, they are going to kick off. Even channels like Comicsgate Phantom Menace, if you're EVS, Flash, Tug, all these DNC, the Star Wars, Mecha Random, all these channels you think are just really milquetoast channels, it doesn't matter. They're going to get complaints from SJW kids. And if you get enough complaints, you're just going to get rid of your channel. Get on Dlive and Bitchute now while you can. Bitchute's not great, but it is growing. And Dlive is great. So anyway, find me on Dlive and Bitchute, guys, and we will talk.